Hello everyone. So we complete the challenge to solve problem on Codeforce platform, and let's see. This is another problem with another idea. So let's see what is the content. So the problem named E lowest number. To simplify, we have an array of numbers and we want to get the smaller number or smaller element in this array, and also what we want to print the index of this element, smallest element in this array. For example, I have three elements. We created three elements in array. So this is the size of the array of the the size of element. And for example, here the smaller element is 1. So we print 1 and we print the index of this smaller. Here you can see something confused. Why he add 1? Because the normal way it's the index 0, because he printed the array, or we want to search the smallest element in the array, and the array, the first element by default has an index of 0. So we want to in each position of smallest element we add 1. So we can understand by the second example. So we have an array, and here the smallest is 2. So we print 2 as the smallest, and we print the index of this smaller element, but we add 1 as a value. So here the smaller is 2, and by default is 2, index 2, because this is 0, 1, 2. So we have 2 as an index, but we add 1. So the summary, it will be 3. So here he print 3. So let's get to solve this problem. So first we want to define a size. After we read the size from the user. Sorry. To the size of element. And we create an array from this size. After we want to each element read by the user. So we use the for loop. Sorry. After what? So now we want to select the smaller. Select the smaller or the lower element from the array. So first we want to make or suppose that the first element will be the smaller element. So I define my lowest or smaller as a variable like smaller. So I suppose, or I propose that the first element is the lower element. And now we want to compare this first element that we suppose is the smaller which other element of the array. So we want to use another for loop. And here we make our condition. If So the smaller was greater than any element after the first element. We want to push this element to the smaller, so he can maybe replace the 0 by 1 or 2 or 3. So let's explain here. I have my array. For example, have 3, have 2, have 4, and have 5, and let's make have 1. So this is by default, this is the first, the smaller element, the smaller. Let's index by s. So, and in our code, we suppose this is the smaller element. So it is smaller, and our loop will start from here to search another element and compare with this smaller. So, for example, I have my smaller and I start. Is 2 great or smaller than 3? It's small by 3. So the smaller, that this is the index smaller that we index by 0, or we suppose that is the first element, it will be, so here the smaller is greater than array of the next index or the next element. So to understand very well, in our example we have 3 and we have 2. So the 3 is equal, is greater than 2. So I make, or I and here the loop we start from the index of 1, from this, because this is index of 0 and this is index of 1 and this is index of 2, 3, 4. So here I will add the smaller element to the I will add the smaller element in the variable of smaller. So smaller of e. So here the smaller it will be on 2. After we return or we make another actions that will search. So here the smaller will be 2. Also, he search. So it's 4 greater than 2? No, he complete. Is 5 greater than 2? No, he complete. Is 1 greater than 2? No, 1 is smaller than 2. So here he remove, or he don't will be store the 2 as element, but the smaller it change and it will be 1. After he print 1. So we want not just print 1, but print the value of the smaller. So the smaller, it will be the value that the smaller contain. And afterwards, we want to add the index of this element. So also I will define my index, and I, as the last variable smaller, I will suppose that the index of the first element is by default 0, and here the index it will be the index of e. So the index here it will be the index of e, and here is 4. But in our problem, he just not make an index but make a summary by adding 1. So 4 plus 1 So the summary, it will be 5. So we want to add a summary when we print the result. So we print the result. So first we print the smaller. After the index of, and we print the index plus 1. And let's check. Sorry, array of size. We want to, for example, add 4 elements. I have 3, 4, 2, and 8. So without show the result, the smaller element here is 2. So it will be print 2 and print the index of this smaller element plus 1. So here the index is 2 plus 1 is it will be 3. So it will be 2 as a smaller and the index of 3. So here 2 in the index of 3. So I hope you understand this problem, and if you not understand anything, you can write in the comment and I will answer later. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Thanks.